What's going on, family? I'm Scrapbook Boxing, the Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuff series. It will continue its conversation with you concerning the complete history of boxing. In our last video, we talked about Len Johnson and the passion that I currently have and has always had for this sport. Evolves around the history of my relationship with the sport. I have been to many nursing homes around the East Coast. I have met with many ex-fighters. Was on committees to try and get the rules and stipulations changed and pension funds. Many things I have done. And so, yes, I am a passionate and concerned boxing fan. And when you look at Len Johnson's story, you'll have a better understanding and appreciation for why I feel the way I do. It was because of the Rule 24, supported by the British Boxing Board of Control in London. Black boxers were unable to fight white fighters for titles. Len Johnson ran to get the board under control. He ran 6 terms only to be rejected because of the color of his skin. The humility that Len Johnson would show. He would eventually be accepted on the board. He and some friends of his would protest going into a bar, drinking, to get the attention of the establishment. These were black and white friends of his. He would be arrested, but he would make his presence known. Len Johnson defeated Harry Collins 20 rounds in Sydney, Australia for the British Empire Middleweight Championship crown. It was known as Commonwealth. And during his career, he would become the Commonwealth British Empire, but it was only recognized in Australia. The Boxing Board of Control enforced the color bar. Both parents must be white. And this is why it's very important for those who have influence, such as a Rush Limbaugh, such as a Howard Stearns. You had Winston Churchill during Len Johnson's term. Winston Churchill influenced the color bar. So the British Boxing Board of Control would be influenced by Winston Churchill. And so progress would not be made in that regard. Len Johnson would take on fighters such as Tiger Jack Payne and Billy Gypsy Daniels. You see, you had 3 fighters in the top 5 during that time. Harry Smith, the Harlem Thunderbolt. William Landon Gorilla Jones. They were from the United States of America. Mickey Walker drew the color line when he became champion, so they were not worried about Harry Smith or William Gorilla Jones. The only other fighter was of somewhat concern was Len Johnson. But in order for Lynn Johnson to fight for a title, he would have to come to America. The only way that can happen, Mickey Walker would have to give him a title shot. And that he was not going to do because he drew the color line. So Mickey Walker made a stipulation to Bill Johnson, who was the father of Lynn Johnson. Said if he took on Tommy Milliken and defeated Tommy Milliken, he would give him a shot at the title. So what he did to Lynn Johnson was despicable. And I want you to pay attention to what I'm explaining to you, because this will happen today. Lynn Johnson challenged Harry Collins for Tommy Milliken's vacant British Empire Commonwealth Middleweight Championship title in Australia. He would defeat Tommy Collins, but the crown was not recognized in Europe. It was recognized in Australia. Walker would knock out Scotland's Tommy Milliken in 10 rounds, June 30th, 1927 in London. The British Boxing Board of Control would not sanction a bout for the Lonsdale belt. Johnson couldn't box at the National Sporting Club or the Royal Albert Hall. They disarmed Lynn Johnson. He faced champions such as British World Middleweight Champion Lynn Harvey, January 3rd in London, England, 1927. He would defeat him in 20 rounds. Harvey would become the British light heavyweight champion. He fought from flyweight to heavyweight, took on men such as Freddie Mills, Marcel Theo, Jack Patterson, and Larry Gans, as well as John Henry Lewis. The European and British World Middleweight Champion, 25-year-old Roland Todd, February 7th, 1927. Todd had a record of 78 wins, 9 losses, and 3 draws. He would fight him at the King's Hall in Manchester, England. Roland Todd weighed 160 pounds. He was 25 years old. Lynn Johnson was 22 years old and he weighed 158 pounds. European Boxing Union. He would face Maxie Rosenblum, the British Boxing Board of Control would not sanction any fight with Lynn Johnson. Now, Todd would fight fighters such as Dave Shade and Jimmy Slattery, Harry Greb, and Tommy Loughran, the Philly Phantom. That was a great win. Lynn Johnson would also take on the world welterweight champion, Teddy Kid Lewis. He was known as the Applegate Sphinx. Stood 5'7.5" had a 69-inch reach. He was born October 24th, 1894. And he died October 20th, 1970. He was 75 years of age at the time of his death, and he would reside in London, England. Had a record of 301 total bouts, 232 wins, 77 knockouts. He had 20 bouts with the boxing marble, Jack Britton. Over 50 bouts in 1911 alone. 300 total bouts, 233 wins, 41 losses, 25 draws, 65 no decision contests, and 80 knockouts. Another fascinating win. He would defeat Lynn Harvey, Rowland Todd, all champions. You see, Ted Kid Lewis, in 1910, he turned professional at the age of 14 as a bantamweight. He retired with a record of over 300 bouts. Twice holder of the welterweight championship crown. He was a former winner of the Lonsdale belt at welterweight. When he faced Jack Britton between 1915 and 1921, he would win 3 bouts. Britton would win 2. And the rest would be no decision contests. Two draws. I'm taking you down a road to show you the competition that he was up against. I'm speaking of Lynn Johnson. Ted Kid Lewis. Will win a European featherweight title. February 2nd, 1914. 1 on a foul, 12 rounds against Paul Thiel. 12 bouts in 1913, 11 bouts in 1914, 21 bouts in 1915, 19 bouts in 1916. Take on Willie Langford, Soldier Barfield, Kit Graves, and Brian Downey. Michael Dow, Johnny Griffith, Italian Joe Gans, just to name a few. But the remarkable thing about Lynn Johnson, he would get on the board and he would help change the laws. Do you know Dick Turpin, the brother of Randy Turpin, became the first black European champion? His brother Randy Turpin became the first black European world champion. This happened because of Lynn Johnson's contribution. He sacrificed his career. He sacrificed his freedom. He wanted to make change because he himself was not allowed to fight for a world title. He himself was rejected from opportunity. Lynn Johnson believed that every fighter deserved an opportunity to fight for the most precious jewel and crown in boxing. He believed in giving fighters opportunities. And to see fighters today have opportunities and allowing these fights to fall from the wayside is a travesty to Lynn Johnson, is a travesty to Sam Langford, a travesty to Jack Johnson, a travesty to Holman Williams, a travesty to Charlie Burley. Muhammad Ali put everything on the line. He fought against the system to make adjustments for the rights of black fighters. George Dixon became the first athlete to win a title overseas when he defeated Nuke Wallace. Peter Jackson went 61 rounds to try and open up doors for an opportunity, if not he, than a fighter after him of his constituents. Joe Gans would become the first athlete of America to win a title. Henry Armstrong, the first 3 weight division champion to hold that title simultaneously. Ray Robinson was the second black fighter to win a title. You don't understand. You don't. Tiger Flowers will win a middleweight championship title and have his life threatened every moment before, during, and after the fight. Henry Armstrong will be the first American black featherweight champion, winning that title in New York's Madison Square Garden. I don't think you understand. Archie Moore will receive $800 just to get a title shot. Joey Maxim would earn $100,000. All the television rights. Floyd Patterson would become the first black heavyweight champion to win that title twice. Muhammad Ali would be the first black heavyweight champion to win the title 3 times. Evander Holyfield will win that title 4 times. Pernell Whitaker was the first unified lightweight champion as a black fighter since Jimmy Carter, 1951. Because of Jimmy Carter, the 3 knockdown rule. Because of Amo Griffith and Benny Kipperett, it would place padding on the poles. Because Michael Spinks, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, same day weighing. There is so many contributions. Look, all I can say, the opportunities that the black fighters have today, if you don't take full advantage, you will lose them. There's no reason. The manipulation is very high. To beg to watch a title fight? To beg to watch 2 men from humble beginnings exchange hands when those opportunities were not given a half a century ago? My goodness. Hagler Hearns, Leonard Hearns, Leonard Hagler, Holyfield, Muhammad Kawi. Just think of those moments. Think of those opportunities. I wanted to see Eddie Cook and Junior Jones. I wanted to see Eddie Cook fight Kid Hakeem or Kid Hakeem and Poison Junior Jones. Yeah. I'll say one last thing. Charlie Burley was never given that shot. Jack Chase was never given that shot. Coco Kid was never given the shot. Eddie Booker, Burt like hell. Alan Faulkner out of Buffalo. Bobby Green of Philadelphia. Toothpick Brown. These men would jump at a chance to get this opportunity. We have to wake up, take full advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you. Etch your name in stone. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. But for that, you need to make the fights. So I can place you in the project that I'm currently working on. Until then, you just have to read about it. I'm Scrapbook Boxing, the Museum of the Forgotten Fisticuffs series. All great fights and all great fighters will never be forgotten on my channel. Shout out to Lynn Johnson, a pioneer, a trendsetter. You'll read more about him when the project is complete. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Peace.